What's up guys, my name is Chris, this is Sharp AF, and this is the VOSTEED Bellamy. Back in stock and looking better than ever with that really cool looking black Frag Micarta. Man, that looks cool. And there's a few things I really like about the Bellamy. This might be my favorite VOSTEED knife right now, especially aesthetically. Turned out really nice. These are back in stock. There's this version, the black Frag Micarta with a satin finished 154 cm blade. Clip point, hollow grind. There's also, I think, a green micarta with a different milling pattern on the handle and either a satin or a stonewash finish. I believe the price is around 80 bucks, maybe a little bit less, which, you know, for 154 cm and these materials and the execution, I've definitely paid more for less. So I think the price is fair. I've got some links. I'll put them below. It's in stock right now as of today on Amazon and on VOSTEED's website. Those are both affiliate links. And this was sent to me by the good folks at VOSTEED, so big shout out to those guys. But as always, I'll try and give you my full honest thoughts. Typically what you get with VOSTEED is good price, good materials, and great action. And the Bellamy is no exception. You got multiple methods of deployment, a flipper, a front flipper, and a fuller. They all work wonderfully. The detent on this is perfect. It's right where I like it. Clean break, full deployment. Pretty much impossible to fail with the flipper. You'd really have to try to fail it, and even then, I don't think you're going to. So, great detent, good deployment. It's very fidget friendly, and even if you're not somebody who likes to fidget with your knives, I mean, obviously, first and foremost, this is a tool, not a toy. But even then, having multiple deployment methods and easy one-handed use, open, close, in and out of the pocket, obviously very convenient for daily carry. The frag pattern on this turned out really good. I don't think I've had Frag Micarta before. I've had lots of knives in Frag titanium. But yeah, I don't think I've had it in Micarta. And I was a little bit worried with how it might look. Sometimes with milling on Micarta, it doesn't look as good to me because you've got more fabric fibers infused into the material, and so it doesn't look as clean and crisp, but they did a really good job with the CNC work on this. So very pleased with it. Obviously, besides the aesthetics, it adds some good texture and grip to the Micarta scale. Good attention to detail too, just a minor thing, but look at the way the pivot is centered between those four squares on both sides. For those of you who are OCD, that could have looked kind of wonky, you know, just in a random place, but it looks like they intentionally centered that up nicely. Just an extra little detail. It is a liner lock, and you've got really good access to the liner, so good, easy disengagement. And because it's a liner lock, you're probably not going to have issues with that lock failing on a spine whack test, which I know is kind of a sore subject right now. And I'm not here to pour any salt in the wounds, especially in this video. The other thing I like is the amount of blade you have on this guy. It's probably about a 3.5 inch blade. Yeah, it looks like 3.5, closer to 3 1/4 for the cutting edge. And still a really nice pocketable EDC size. And the weight doesn't feel too bad either. About 3 ounces, so really good weight. Let's see the full length real quick. About 8 inches overall, 4.5 inch of handle. Good 4-finger grip. I really feel locked in. You got some jimping on the spine. The flipper is definitely a light switch. If you try to push button, that front flipper is gonna catch you right there, so you can't push button. Light switch is good. The fuller is pretty easy, and the front flipper, it's a front flipper that actually works, and it doesn't chew up your thumb. Comfortable jimping, effective jimping, really good in all categories. The drop is not a drop shut, it's more of a medium shake shut. A lot of the other VOSTEED knives have been drop shutty. This is more of a shake shut. I haven't cleaned or lubricated it. I'm assuming if I were to break it in a little bit, clean it up, oil it up, it's probably going to be a soft shake, which is a little bit more where I like it. All right, so I got it all disassembled, cleaned, and lubricated. A couple things to note. You do have a captive pivot, so that's nice, not a free spinning pivot. Another thing I thought was kind of interesting is this standoff is just being held in place by tension. You just got the pivot screw and the body screws over here, which is fine, just kind of interesting. There was a decent amount of lubrication in there, so I don't know if cleaning and lubricating with Gunny Glide is going to make a whole lot of a difference, but we will see. Wow. Okay. Apparently it made a whole hell of a lot of a difference, because that is now just completely drop shutty like a freaking guillotine. So I don't know if they just had the pivot a little too tight, although it was centered before, I'm still centered now, or if that is just the magic of Gunny Glide at work. This is supposed to be a VOSTEED video, not a Gunny Glide video, but I really do like this. I've been using this pretty much exclusively. I still have my KPL and my, shit, what's the other one? I don't know. But I've liked this one the best. I do have this linked in my Amazon store down in the comments or the description. Sharp AF Amazon store. Under knife maintenance, I think I've got Gunny Glide in there. Gunny Glide, get some. The centering on this is perfect, right down the middle. Lockup is solid every time. I'm gonna say the lockup is about 35–40%. No blade play in any direction. So we've got Micarta scales, 154 cm blade steel, nice looking blade shape. I kind of wish maybe there was a stonewash version with the black Micarta, like there is with the green Micarta. You've got nested steel liners with a little bit of weight reduction in there. They are nested just a ways back. You've got 2 standoffs and a lanyard hole, reversible pocket clip, tip up only, right or left side. One thing I wish maybe they would change a little bit is their pocket clips. I wish that gap right here was just a little bit wider for thicker pants. Here's what it looks like in your pocket. See what I mean? Sometimes you get snagged up right there. That gap just needs to be a tiny bit wider. There is room to get it all the way onto your pants. Just fine. It's just, you know, if there's a little bit more room, you probably wouldn't snag up as much. It is almost a true deep carry, but it is considered a deep carry pocket clip for sure. For the hardware, pivot, I'm assuming T8. Yep. Body screw, also T8. You've got a body screw behind the pocket clip, and then the pocket clip screws are T6. The pivot is running on bearings, and it has an internal stop pin. But then you got this guy there too. So what's the deal with that? Is that just more structural? Because yeah, there is an internal stop pin on a track. I mean, is that touching in the closed position? Anyways, stock thickness is about 0.12 or 3 millimeters. Let me give you some size comparisons with some other VOSTEED models. Here is the Raccoon. I'd say a little bit longer than the Raccoon, but not by much. And compared to the Nightshade, those are some different angles on there. And compared to the Labrador's got it beat. And the Valkyrie. All right, let's do a couple of cutting tests. Try and get it on camera. The challenge is not cutting because it cuts great. The challenge is getting it in frame. All right, that is a really nice factory edge. Not only does it cut clean, it cuts smooth. So in the box with VOSTEED, you got a little sleeve and then kind of a soft textured aluminum tin kind of thing with a VOSTEED pouch. You got a patch and a cleaning cloth. And I haven't seen this sticker before. Cool. Got a Bellamy sticker and some warranty, contact, and specs stuff. Cool packaging, a little bit of extra swag. So final thoughts with the Bellamy. I would say if you want one, get one before they go out of stock, because typically with VOSTEED, they do a drop, they sell out. It might be a few more months before they make another batch. I anticipate the Frag pattern will probably sell out relatively quickly. They are in stock right now, so grab one while you can. What I love is the D10 and the deployment. You already know that. Really like the aesthetics, the texture, the grip, the pocketable, EDC friendly size and weight. Dislikes, I gotta say, I really want some more space with that clip. Maybe do it flush with the handle, and then even then, if you're gonna do it flush with the handle, you still need just a little bit bigger gap in there. And maybe having a stonewashed finish on this version would be cool. But overall, guys, loving the Bellamy. Freaking cool. Sharp AF. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching.